Hello and welcome back to day number 71 of my road to 200 kilogram total. Now, something that I'd like to report on is that after pretty much a very deserved deload, if you can call last week a deload, well, it is in terms of the strength for lower body, and the Olympic lifts, it was definitely a deload. So today is pretty much back at the back to much higher intensity, especially true for the back squat, because for today it was a 5x5 for 110, and as you'll see later, and as you can ascertain from the title of this video, it's that I am feeling a lot stronger, and I'm not sure exactly why. It could be a number of factors like better sleep. I've been sleeping a lot better lately, longer hours, like averaging 8 to 9 hours of sleep. Yeah, I'm pretty much asleep by 9 and I wake up at 5. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, around 8 hours of sleep, which is pretty good. And aside from the better sleep, I'm also getting a lot more protein in, even though I discussed that I am reducing my protein intake because after doing a lot of extra research and not just watching YouTube videos, but going back to my previous studies, since nutrition was one of my favorite subjects in my undergrad for sports sci, I realized that not even strength athletes don't need that much protein to begin with. Actually, if anything, the ones that really need that protein the most would be ultra endurance athletes, because they're pretty much utilizing everything in their body as fuel, which is why you have that insane amount of like 2 to 2.5 times grams per kilogram of body weight. So that's where you get that number from. For me personally, I'm anywhere between 1.5 to 1.75 grams. I don't really count it because I know that I'm definitely going to be hitting my macros for the day. Again, I am taking my carbs an hour or two. No, 2 is too much, but usually an hour before heavy intensity stuff like this. I have a carb source in the morning. Aside from my caffeine, I have carbs. I have fruit. I love eating banana before going for my cardio. And when I get home, refuel again with breakfast. So usually it's a protein shake with I got this from Remington James, his recipe for the Oreo Blizzard, and I realized that I'm getting a lot of carbs from those Oreo O cereals. Alright, so anyways, enough about that. I'm going to be discussing some of my lifts now. So as you can see, I have now completely adopted the aggressive footwork or foot stomp, as you will. Even Fitz told me that he thinks that I am much better off doing this. So I'm going to be continuing working on I'm going to continue working on this foot stomp. It's not perfect by any means, because again, this is a revision to my technique, so it'll take a while. It will take a while before I'm 100% efficient with it, but as you can see, I'm much faster, I'm much more stable during the receiving in majority of the reps, except for that one because there was a slight jump forward. But as you'll see in this rep, boom, that's exactly where I wanted it to be at. One thing I will comment though is that after a while, it feels amazing during the first few sets, but as you go heavier and heavier, especially when you're doing them for reps, for repetitions and for high amount of volume, it gets fatiguing really quickly. And the rest times, even though I should be resting like a minute and a half to 2 minutes in between each set, I still find myself needing a lot more than that, especially true with the clean and jerk. But the benefit is really just so much more aggressive with the bar and so much more powerful. And the important part is that I'm snappier. Now, I'm not sure how this will translate to maximal loads, but as you can see in these like 70 to 80% of my 1 rep max, it's working pretty good. It's going pretty well. especially true with the jerk. It's just phenomenal. I'm not sure if the jerk is improving because I'm improving my shoulder strength, or if it's just because that being more aggressive with the clean sort of primes my technique, the neurological drive to be more powerful. So there we go. Now for the 4 sets of clean plus 2 jerks. I'm not gonna lie, the second jerk is really not pretty in I think all of these sets, but clean is phenomenal. My back is kind of is a lot more parallel than I want it to be, so I'm gonna have to take note of that and lower my hips a bit, or at least start lower. Yeah, because I am utilizing a dynamic start. Yeah, you see, for my knees caving in. That usually happens when I do more than one jerk, but I think it's also because I'm much more fatigued. Because the first jerk, yeah, good knee drive out, no knee cave in during the drive. But here, let's see it again. There, just a little slight. That was the second set, third set. Oh, by the way, I have my shirt off a lot earlier than I wanted because it is hot here. Warm is not doing the weather justice. It's absolutely hot. The fact that it rained yesterday, weather's crazy here in the Philippines, man. It is the Burr months, so there's that. Okay, so here's the last set. Boom. Just grab and go. Just grab the barbell and go. Beautiful. Also, I have a tendency now of just pausing the jerk at that receiving position, or what you call as owning the position and exerting control over every movement. Now, moving on to back squats. Was I worried about the 110? A little bit, but midway through my main sets at 110 kilos, I realized that I found it to be a lot easier and hitting depth. Yeah, I found it easier to hit depth and found it easier in general to squat when I decided to just keep my gaze focused on one thing. So not keeping a neutral head position, like when you just look at when you look straight, and even when you go down you just keep looking straight. That is not helping me a lot. Alright, let's observe it here in the first set. So here I'm still doing the same thing as I normally do, keeping my gaze straight, seeing that I'm more mentally engaged with the movement, which you kind of want, but I know to myself that I'm still very much lacking in strength. And let's see here, I'm not sure if I did it in the second or third set. Oh, if you'll notice, my feet are it's a bit farther out because I still want that glute. I still want more glute and hamstring activation because this is the back squat. It is the main driver of strength. I can't just keep focusing on my quads because if I do that, then what's the point of the front squat then? Alright, let's see here in the third set. I think this is where I decided that I wanted to just keep my gaze locked on that. See the board in front of me? There we go. I am just focusing on keeping my gaze locked on that, and back squats almost instantly felt lighter. I don't know if it's just a change in the lever arms or that made my squats more efficient, but hey, if I can squat more weight and get more muscle activation doing this method, then yeah, why not? It's pretty good. Okay, now you'll see I brought my feet closer together a bit. So I think that I kind of just backtracked from what I backtracked. I think I just did exactly what I didn't want to do, of like utilizing more quads, but hey, it's a learning experience. Okay, last set. Boom. I'm just repping these out, and I'm very, very happy because 110 for 5 sets of 5 was like pretty much not super near my max because I did do, what was it, 120 for 3x5 125 for 3x5 in a few weeks ago. But still, I was very happy because these are definitely to depth. And ending the session with some evil wheels. God damn, these exercises, these are hard. So it's 6 sets of 15 plus 20 Russian twists. Well, 20 each side, so it's 40. Yeah, that's pretty much it for today's video. Hope you guys liked it, and I'll see you in 2 days time for a snatch session. So hopefully I can clean up my technique more and be able to be more efficient with the movement, because I think I'm just wasting a lot of energy being hyper aggressive during the warm-ups, if I'm being honest. Anyways, that's it. See you guys next time.